Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Lately, we often hear a lot of news about sexual harassment experienced by women and children, not only in quiet places, even at home and in public areas such as office, public transportation, school, places of worship, and social media. This place should be the safest place for women and children. However, in reality, this so-called safe place is actually a place can traumatize women and children. Therefore, I, Antinta Sitalia, a nutritionist student at Institut Teknologi Sains Kesehatan PKU Muhammadiyah Surakarta, would like to talk about Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs number 5 and 16 about empowering women and children and peace, so that they are more alert and can avoid all forms of sexual harassment. Komnas Perempuan recorded that there were more than 400,000 cases of violence during 2023. This figure has decreased by 12% from 2022. Among the cases of sexual violence include physical, psychological, sexual violence, exploitation, trafficking, and neglect, and others. Cases of abuse that often befall women and children have become quite a worrying problem. What is even sadder is that these abuse cases do not only affect adult women, but minor children can also become victims. In terms of age, sexual harassment cases do not know how old the victims and perpetrators are. Usually, sexual harassment occurs because someone takes advantage of a power relationship, for example, father and children, uncle and nephew, grandfather and grandchild, even neighbor. Besides that, an adult is often taking advantage of children's trust in them and offering the promise of gift. It's called brainwash. In fact, in Indonesia, it is clear that there is a law that regulates sexual violence, namely Undang-Undang Number 12 of 2022 concerning criminal acts of sexual violence, or UU TPKS, which is a form of the state's presence in protecting victims of sexual violence. However, this does not seem to make the perpetrators feel afraid or deterred. This happened because there is still a lot of stigma in society, which assume that the victim is the one who is at fault for not taking care of their appearance. Apart from that, the laws established in Indonesia are not strict enough, so that many perpetrators ignore this law. There are things we can do to prevent sexual violence against women and children. First, educate children from an early age about sexual violence and its risks. Second, teach children about the boundaries of private body parts. Third, providing education to the general public regarding sexual violence and its prevention. Fourth, provide a place to report and handle acts of sexual violence. And last, provide legal regulation regarding sexual violence and punishment for perpetrators as protection for victims of sexual violence. That's all I can say. I hope the number of sexual violence in Indonesia can continue to decline until there are no more cases of sexual violence. Let's take care of our sister and our children, the successor of Indonesia nation. I think that's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.